Mr. President, the 2030 Agenda emphasizes that there can be no sustainable development without peace and no peace without sustainable development. In order to pave the way forward for the implementation of the SDGs and to meet the challenges in conflict-affected LDCs, OIPMA believes that the HLPF and the forthcoming Summit on Sustainable Development, which will be held in 2023, should give priority to the resolve the obstacles and constraints of the conflict-affected LDCs. The main challenges, conflict and terrorism, each of which hinder progress towards attaining the SDGs. These challenges impede coordination efforts in Yemen, Afghanistan, the Horn of Africa, and the Sahel region, and remain a challenge negatively affecting the implementation of SDGs 4, 5, 14, 15, and 17. In Afghanistan, since the Taliban regained control of Afghanistan in August 2021, the country has seen worsening poverty rates and a comprehensive dissolution of women's rights. According to a survey, 94% of Afghanistans rate their lives poorly enough to be considered suffering. Yemen has been a major arena which transnational political Islam contends to govern. This variant of Islam in a governing position potentially presents two critical ramifications that fuel and sustain conflict. The Houthis are considered the deadliest terrorist group for the fourth year in a row. 75% of deaths are caused by terrorism, and 67% of total terrorist attacks are primarily driven by the increase in violence. On the other hand, the Islah Party, the Muslim Brotherhood, whose leaders are allied with al-Qaeda and ISIS ideologies, wish to create an Islamic caliphate in the south of Yemen. Moreover, one key challenge relates to the latest developments which indicated that the war has switched to a north-south conflict where the Houthis and the Muslim Brotherhood have a common interest in keeping the south under their control under the pretext of unification. In the Horn of Africa, the people of the Horn of Africa are suffering what is described as the most severe drought in a generation. Besides facing the severe consequences of the drought, Somalia is in a completely collapsed state where terrorists may be able to operate in a safe haven beyond the reach of the rule of law, facilitating untracked movement of foreign jihadists. In the Sahel region, terrorist groups are present across borders and repeatedly target communities and national institutions through coordinated attacks, taking advantage of porous and extensive borders. Boko Haram has links to the Islamic State and other extremist groups and remains a major security challenge for the countries of the Sahel region, where the conflict in the northeast has triggered a devastating humanitarian crisis affecting more than 7 million people. Finally, OIPMA calls on the HLPF and the forthcoming summit to adopt a human rights-based approach and the United Nations Global Counterterrorism Strategy to pave the way for the implementation of the SDGs in conflict-affected LDCs. Thank you, Mr. President.